That's fine. Just sell it. It's okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thank
Remember,
you.
remember Picasso. The work must go out into the world. If it's moving, it is very, very easy to do course corrections where you just raise the prices, right? And
Well,
that's
I'm
great for
I'm
some people.
inspired by some of these YouTubers who have a lot of merch and swag and stickers,
Uh huh.
and I'm wondering if I should do stickers.
Yeah, I like it. I,
Okay.
I like it, especially if you get their contact information. If you get their contact information only, right?
Yeah.
Like
Well,
that's
I have
the
a printer. I have a favorite printer, and she can do that stuff.
okay.
Okay.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Larry. All right. Let's go. Scott was asking a question. I'm gonna unmute you, Scott. Do you want to ask it in person or do you want me to read it? For negotiation and online sales, assuming the customer has made direct contact, what sort of things can be offered in negotiation? The example on the show didn't really seem valid. The customer expected to take the item away today. Yeah. So you could have it shipped to them in a certain period of time. Um, you can come up with any creative way you want, Scott, to get them to acquiesce to something. Just get them to acquiesce to something.
Okay, I was just looking for some additional examples of things because we're looking at an e-gallery concept where, the guy they've hit the website, they want to buy the piece, it's $350. What do you offer them besides price?
Yeah, so wait, what do you offer instead of price?
Yeah.
Like if you're not willing to come down on price.
Or if you're going to come down, what's the quid pro quo you ask for back?
Okay, what's the quid pro quo? Yeah, so if you are going to come down in an online capacity, well, the good news is if it's a pure play e-commerce transaction, you don't have to worry about it because there's no one to negotiate with, right? It's on the website, it's on direct. If they send you a message, I would say, assuming the transaction is going to go through the website system and not like you're going to take a credit card over the phone, right?
Yeah, although they may, obviously, if they're looking to negotiate, we're going off the
Mm-hmm.
electronic transaction that's been offered.
Mm-hmm.
So they're circumventing. I want to sell that framed print for $350. They want to give me 300.
Okay.
What do I do?
Okay. You could say, all right, well, what I normally do is I include a catalog with the piece itself. I'm not going to include a catalog on this one just because they cost us about $25 to print. And so if you're willing to do that, great, right? Or some lowered expectation of shipping, right? Or I'll tell you what, if I can ship it to you a week late, that would help me out. So if you're willing to wait a week for me to ship it, that would be great. You don't care. It's just something, right?
Something. Okay.
Yeah. You'll think creatively and you'll come up with an entire list of a whole bunch of really, really good ones that are awesome.
Okay.
Yeah. Any follow-ups or you're good?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. All right. Who else, guys? Questions? Rudy's asking me a question of crypto. I always get the crypto questions. Rudy, unmute for a second. I want to ask you about crypto.
Yes. How you doing, buddy?
Do you hold any Bitcoin or Ethereum or any of the other coins?
No, I don't.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Then don't get into NFTs. I'm serious.
You, buddy.
Don't. Don't.
All right.
And I say that as a blockchain enthusiast, as a longtime crypto trader and owner of various different crypto assets. Everyone's chasing it like it's the gold rush, and what people don't understand is you have to be able to do it offline and be successful to expect to have any impact online. All the same problems remain trying to sell NFTs. You have to do your marketing, you have to get attention, and it's quite cost prohibitive to just go ahead and mint your own art. And unless you're really seriously into crypto, I haven't seen a great deal of success with anyone that's like not seriously plugged into that community or not seriously plugged into crypto and understanding it that's done well. Everyone asks about it because they hear about these incredible results. But if you don't eat it, breathe it, live it, diet, you shouldn't get into it because it's going to be cost prohibitive for you, and the odds of success there are nowhere near as what they would be in just traditional marketing and getting it out there.
I get you. I'm a traditional artist, and I've been, I was dabbling in it, but it's just so complicated, and I don't eat it.
Yep.
Breathe it.
Yep.
And so, but I did start creating art on Procreate digitally, and it's like, oh, But now I'm thinking of just taking that digital art and making it, getting it printed on canvas and then
Exactly right.
promoting
Exactly right.
tradition. There
That's
you
how
go.
you should roll.
Yeah. Thank you, buddy.
Yeah.
Great webinar.
Thanks. Glad you enjoyed it. I think NFTs will have a place in the future, and don't worry about if you don't know what they are. I almost don't want you to know what they are, but it's still early days, and it's just a distraction right now. Everyone always asks me, the ones that always ask me, there's almost like no one that, I bet if I ran the poll on all 33 people that are still on this webinar right now, how many of you have active crypto that you hold right now, Bitcoin, Ethereum, any of the rest of it? I don't think I'll maybe get one person, maybe one, that's like, yeah, okay, I've got a Coinbase account and I have some crypto in there. And then if I follow up and I ask that person again, have you bought anything with it, right? Yeah. So it's we can leave the NFTs for the table for the time being. And yeah, Blake, of course, I'm a huge Gary Vee fan. Impossible not to be. I'm very aware of what he's done with his, but he eats it, breathes it, sleeps it, and he's a technologist. Like most of you guys have problems with basic computer stuff. Okay, how am I going to expect you? I can't even get you to do your basic marketing, and now you're sitting here trying to get people to understand, crypto, which is confusing even for hardcore, nerds, technology nerds. So that's what I would say. But what else, guys? Questions? You got me rolling through the pricing. We didn't even really talk about art storefronts. I usually save that for the end. But if this is the first time that you guys heard about us, the whole point of this webinar is like, hey, do these guys know what they're talking about? Could they potentially help me? Are they trustworthy? Do I like them? All of that type of jazz. So if we met that bar, I highly recommend you go and get a demo. There's buttons all over our website everywhere to get them. It's like a 1 hour Zoom call, just kind of like this, where someone from our team will walk you through the software, the bells, the whistles, everything that we provide, all the plans, all the pricing, all the everything, how we can help you. And then you're free to make your decision there. Are we a good fit? Are we not a good fit? And everything that looks like. So that's a great way to do it. And we are having a huge summer sale. So that's exciting too. Ooh, I love this. Sue, please come on. I want to talk to you about this. I'm going to unmute Sue.
Are you there?
Yeah, I sure am. Will you repeat your statement for everyone?
I said I've always heard never reduce your price. It makes your clients get nervous about their investment in you and your work. They often are repeat customers, but this is exactly the opposite of what you're saying here.
Yeah.
That we should negotiate.
Yes.
Can you clarify?
Yeah, I sure can.
I came in late. You may have already covered this.
Yeah, I did to a certain extent. And again, the problem is the thing I'm going to send you for a replay is not going to have my whole pricing rant in there. I recorded a podcast episode on it. I'll find that and try to get that into the email. So okay. the people, Sue, that tell you to never reduce your price and makes your clients get nervous about the investment have never sold anything, period. They are utterly, totally, and completely full of shit, and it infuriates me to see that, okay? If you want to know the honest truth, 99.9% of art sold does not appreciate. I'm sorry I said it. It's true. It does not, okay? There have been multiple clients do not give a damn about whether or not you're negotiating on price, and clients have no idea that you're even selling. Everybody just wants to deal all the time. These little things like don't run sales, okay? Don't ever discount your work. Don't sell merch. It cheapens your brand. And about 6 or 7 other ones. When I find out who's saying these things, it is gloves off, pistols at dawn. I'm going to be at their doorstep because it is the wrong advice, and all it does is prevent you guys from taking positive steps forward in your art careers, and it infuriates me, quite frankly. So no, utterly, totally, and completely wrong. And I promise I'm not picking on you. These things just get me fired up.
I'm kind of laughing because you'd like to go to their door, and you could go to my mom's door. She's 103, and she's the one who had her gallery and sold in her gallery, and she's the one who told me that the first one.
Your mom, but if you asked your mom honestly in the gallery, she negotiated in pieces all the time.
You probably just don't post your reduced prices.
Exactly. That is the whole point.
Yeah.
What I said earlier, like
Okay.
galleries
Remember, I didn't
are
hear it.
the most opaque institutions that we have in this country and others, and they don't ever tell anybody anything. And the reason that they don't is because they don't ever want anyone to know how bad they negotiate, which is insane.
Oh.
Like, you know, the margins are insane to which they negotiate. It's just a part of how it's sold. And I, you know, Sue, I said earlier, you definitely weren't on for this, but like, you know, everybody reads about the phenomenal results of this or that at Christie's or at Sotheby's, right? And those numbers are the ones that are public. None of the rest of them ever are. Ever. You notice that? It's for a reason.
Right.
There's an author, a couple authors that I really love, and they wrote this book called Freakonomics, and they have a podcast, and the podcast is so good I can't even begin to tell you. And do I have it? Let me see if I have it embedded. I don't know if I have it embedded in the page. Hold on, let me see if I can find this. Do I have it? Oh, boom! I've got it. This is so good I cannot even begin to like. You know, like I have a podcast. Okay, is my podcast good? Yeah, it's good. Am I spending $40,000 an episode to produce it? No, I'm not. Okay, these guys are. So they did a 3-part series called "The Hidden Side of the Art Market." You guys have got to listen to this. It will boggle your minds. Okay, they interview all of the top gallery owners in the world that they can get their hands on, and it is so shady. So I just put the first one in the chat. Everyone just click on that, and so they have it open in their browser or save it or whatever. Make sure you listen to all 3. This thing will blow your mind. And Dubner, who's the host, is just this guy's so good. Freakonomics, the book was so good. You should totally read that. So they call it the Freakonomics podcast. But anyway, they talk about just how absolutely shady. And to be honest with you, I stole the line from their podcast that like 99.9% of art never appreciates. Just doesn't.
Yeah.
So it's just truth.
Well,
No one
thank
wants
you.
to talk about that though, right?
Right. Thanks.
Yeah. Alan's asking, how do you handle sales taxes? Our system does it for you. For the most part. I mean, there's certain states that have weird things going on here or there, but it's really easy. It's really, really easy. Non-issue at all. The only thing that matters in this business is selling the work. That's the hard part. And obviously creating it, but you guys already have that part covered. Everything else is easy. How to ship it, how to deal with the sales tax, what about business entity, business, like all of that is easy. Easy. Okay, go again, Dottie. Again, you'll need to unmute.
Along with giving the thing that you negotiate, something for you, something for me.
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of Amish friends, so I can negotiate a roof, right?
Yep.
Cement work. And then the IRS has to know a lot about it. I negotiate rides all the time.
Awesome.
So yeah.
Wait. Let me qualify that. With the Amish people, you're talking about rides in the buggies?
No. I give them rides because their horses can't go, 30, 50 miles.
Yep. Understood.
In a couple hours, an hour and a half, go back and forth. I do a lot of that.
Yeah. Awesome. Love it.
Not for art, though, for money. But I'm talking about bartering. And
Yeah.
I wondered if you've ever dealt with any of that.
I've done some bartering in my life for certain.
Yeah, you're talking about how food's going to be getting scarce and you can't eat gold. So, I don't know if you've ever dealt with any of that.
I have. I've done some bartering. It can be fun sometimes. Yeah. Recently, I did some marketing work for a guy that owns an electric bike company. I got a free electric bike out of it. So I'm pleased with it, Valerie. Yeah. It works. Yeah. Thanks. When I was in college, I made a deal with a kid that worked at a driving range, and he gave me a universal set of golf cart keys for Yamaha, Club Car, and E-Z-Go that still works to this day. I've had it for like 20 years. I can get into any golf cart I want, just turn it on and go. Now, I haven't stolen anyone's golf cart, but I have had it come in handy a couple of times when I want to play some tricks on some friends and such. But who else, guys? Otherwise, we're going to wrap it up. Questions? And Patty, you're way too down in the weeds. Patty's asking, do you price at $100 or $99.98? The art and the science of it says if you gonna charge 100, yes, you should do 99.99. But take the advice more broadly in terms of getting the price points. It'll make a big difference. You guys will see. All right. There's no more questions. We're gonna leave it there. Thanks for hanging all the way to the end, you guys. I appreciate it. Mary's asking, do you teach how to get support people working with you, or do you get support people working with you? Yeah, our support is insane. Like if you went and looked at the reviews on our Facebook page, like 70% of them are about how good our support is, and the support is so important. We do everything from chats to support tickets to email support to our techs will make little videos for you on how to do it to Zoom support, kind of sessions like you have here where you can pop in. Not only do we support our application, but we support Facebook, MailChimp, Instagram, everything that we have you working on. Because trust me, I understand the technological hurdles are legit, right? Especially early on. You guys have a ton of stuff you have to learn early on. It is a massive pain in the you-know-what. It just is, and there's no getting past that. But you have to do it because I don't know any other way you make it in today's day and age as an artist. You're either doing the show and Thayer circuit, which anyone that's done that knows it is hard, right? Driving all over the place. Saturdays, Sundays, on your feet all day, paying booth fees, some are hits, some are misses, and then selling direct. That's it. That's how you make it as an artist or photographer. Thinking you're going to make it going through an art gallery is a recipe for disaster. No, almost no one does it. I've been doing this so long now, like all the people I've talked to, it's sort of like if anyone went to high school, we all went to high school, right? Did anyone remember having like a professional athlete come out of their high school in any sport, men or women? Most people can say like maybe one or not at all. That's the number of artists that make anything approaching a decent living in galleries. That's how low the odds are. Terrible. It's just not a good model. So I abdicate everything I abdicate. I will send you guys an email. I think you should listen to that podcast I put into the chat. You guys will, that'll all make you just go, wow, yeah, okay, I get it. You should definitely check us out. We can help you. Just request a demo on the site. Someone will reach out, contact you. We are having a huge sale, summer sale between now and the end of the month. So there's that. Other than that, have a great weekend, you guys. I really appreciate you spending a Friday with me. I hope it was informative. I hope you guys learned some things. Now, get that pricing thing sorted out and watch how much easier your art selling lives are going to be like instantaneously. Just it'll take you some work at first, and you're going to have to do some bobbing and weaving to get everything in place to do it. But once you do it, you're going to be like, oh my God, that guy was right. He was totally right. Life is just so much easier now. I'm not stressing about pricing. I have the range, the low ballers and tire kickers. I have somewhere to direct them to. I'm now negotiating in the middle of the range. It'll get you cooking with gas right away. Great weekends all. Hope to see you on either on the inside or on a future session.